Hello everyone, good day once again. So welcome back to our regular lecture. No? So for today, we're going to be discussing the concept of professional conduct and ethical standard. No? This is criminology 3. So we will be starting our discussion with introduction on the following topic. First is, let us define what is ethics. No? So we define what is ethics as a branch of philosophy that deals with the study of what is right and wrong, what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad. So it's basically, pag sinabi natin ethics, it is concerned more on defining what act is considered right and what act is considered wrong. So it also mentioned there that it is a philosophy. When we talk about philosophy, ibig sabihin that there's no absolute correct answer for this matter. It depends upon how we justify the action, if it is right or it is wrong. So ethics sets the rule. Ethics sets the rule with regards to what act can be considered as prohibited or what act is considered to be acceptable, what act is considered to be unacceptable. Okay? So ethics provides a systematic frameworks for evaluating the action of every human, their decision and the character traits that is also based on the moral principles. So that's the very concern of ethics. By the way, ethics is very important in the field of law enforcement because, they are the law enforcer. And when they enforce the law, they must ensure that, of course, the way they implement the law follows a well-structured ethical doctrine. Right? So that's how we define ethics. We have different perspective of what is right and what is wrong. Again, ethics is a philosophy, and it is guided by the following theories. May mga theory din tayo on ethics. I just selected some of the popular one. The first one is what we call the deontological ethics, or it is known also as the duty-based ethics. It was proposed by Immanuel Kant. The core idea of this deontological ethics is that actions are morally right if they are done out of duty, and they indeed follow a universal moral rules regardless of the consequences. Okay? I'll give you an example. For example, you are a law enforcer, You are a law enforcer. Say for example, yung isang kasama mo, yung isang kasama mong police, nakita mong nangungutong, nakita mong nangungutong sa public. Since kasama mo siya, ang ginawa mo ngayon is nilaglag mo, di ba? Sinumbong mo yung kabady mo, yung kasama mong police nilaglag mo. Okay? Some might say that this action of the other policeman, ikaw halimbawa, ikaw na naglaglag sa kasama mo, some might say that that is not ethical. Di ba? Hindi yan ethical, bro. Magkabady tayo. Ba't mo naman ako nilaglag? However, under the deontological ethics, this is acceptable behavior. Kasi, what is the duty of a police officer? Ano yung duty ng isang police officer? Di ba? Magpatupad ng batas, hulihin yung mga lumalabag sa batas. And therefore, ikaw na nagsumbong, doon sa kabady mo, ikaw na naglaglag doon sa kabady mo, have done the right thing. If we're looking at the deontological ethics, it's your duty, you perform it, therefore, it is ethical. Okay? Another example is that yung tatay mo, for example, yung tatay mo nag-commit ng crime. It so happens that you are a police officer. Diba? Police ka. Yung tatay mo nag-commit ng crime. So instead na pagtakpan mo yung tatay mo, diba? Ikaw pa mismo ang humuli sa kanya at nagpakulong sa kanya. Okay? In the society, this might not be considered as acceptable behavior. Kasi nga, tatay mo yun eh. Ano pang silbing pulis ka, pinag-aral ka niya, tapos ikaw din lang pala magkukulong sa kanya. Diba? Things like that. Yan yung mga possible argument. Tatay mo yan, bakit mo pinakulong? But then again, if you're going to think about it, you're a police officer and your duty is to enforce the law. Therefore, by enforcing the law, no, or by arresting your father who committed a crime, no, you've done the right thing. Kasi that is your duty. That is your duty as a police officer to enforce the law regardless kung sino man ang tatamaan nito, no? So it might not be acceptable in the eyes of the community. Marahil hindi siya katanggap-tanggap, no? Sa perspective ng community. Pero kung iisipin natin mabuti, you've done the right thing because your action is ethical. It's your duty to enforce the law and you just pinerform mo lang yung duty mo. Therefore, your action is considered ethical, no? If we're going to use the argument of deontological ethics by Immanuel Kant. Okay? The next one is the so-called utilitarianism, no? Or the consequentialist ethics, no? The concept of utilitarianism was proposed by Jeremy Bentham. You're familiar with that. John Stuart Mill, no? Ano naman yung concept of utilitarianism? This theory believes that an action is ethical if it produces the greatest good for the greatest number. Okay? I'll give you an example. Death penalty is not acceptable in our society. Why so? Because we are a Christian country. We're a Christian country, and therefore we believe that we have no authority to take the lives of other people. No, it's not within our authority. Even if you're a policeman, even if you're a practicing judge, no, you're a lawyer. No one has the authority to take away life of a person. Yun yung ating foundational belief. No? However, some country implements the concept of death penalty because they believe that one sacrifice, no, will benefit the rest of the community. Di ba? Kung halimbawa, sinentensyahan mo yung isang tao ng death penalty, therefore, pinatay mo siya as a form of punishment, as a judicial punishment. You sacrifice one life, no, to save those would-be criminal, no, in the future, and to protect the security of the rest of the community. Therefore, that one sacrifice, although killing is wrong, no, ang pagpatay, mali naman talaga yan. But, no, it is justified in the sense that it produces more happiness to the greatest number. It produces greatest good for the greatest number. No? Therefore, killing out of, if that is a judicial death, no, yung pagpatay, if yan ay naaayon sa batas, gaya halimbawa meron tayong death penalty, is considered as an ethical act. Diba? Bakit? Because it produces greatest good for the greatest number. No? That's the concept of utilitarianism. Okay? Another example. Yung tinatawag nating Robin Hood syndrome. Diba? You probably heard about the concept of Robin Hood syndrome. Si Robin Hood, no, ay isa siyang magnanakaw. No? Isa siyang magnanakaw. Nagnanakaw siya sa mga mayayaman, tapos yung ninanakaw niya, ipinamimigay ito sa mga mahihirap. Okay? So, nanakawan niya yung isang mayaman, yung nanakawin niya, ipapamigay niya sa maraming mahihirap. Under the concept of utilitarianism, yung ginagawa ni Robin Hood is considered as ethical. Diba? It is right. Tama yung ginagawa niya. Bakit? Kasi, the agony of one person, yung ninakawan niya, no, is superseded by the happiness of the greatest number. Mas maraming sumasaya eh. Kasi mas maraming natutulungan si Robin Hood. Isa ang umiiyak dahil nanakawan siya. Marami ang natutuwa dahil nabiyayaan sila ng galing sa nakaw. Di ba? So that is the concept of utilitarianism. That is also observed in our politics right now. Di ba? Marami tayong mga politician, no, na kilala, no, yung kilala sila, at sila ay sinusuportahan ng maraming tao, kahit sila ay akusahan na kurakot or whatsoever, ang importante, no, may ayuda silang natatanggap. Di ba? So, yung action ng ating mga politician na kahit nagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan is considered as ethical if they're using the concept of utilitarianism, kasi although ninanakawan lang taong bayan, pero marami silang tinutulungan. Oh. Kaya hindi natin masisi yung iba na okay lang yan, at least siya nakakatulong. But then again, no, sa utilitarianism yan. Kung deontological theory ang gagamitin natin to identify or determine whether that act is ethical or not, of course, it is not ethical. No, it is not ethical. Kasi ano ba ang duty ng isang politician? Di ba? If he is a public servant, he must serve the public. Yan ang duty niya. No? So, hindi kasali sa duty niya ang pagnanakaw. Therefore, it's unethical. Pero kung ang gagamitin mo, no, to understand or to examine that act is the concept of utilitarianism, sasabihin mo, it is ethical. Diba? Kaya nga, magkakaiba ang perspective natin of what is right and what is wrong because we have different views as to what is considered right or what is considered wrong based on the theory, no, na pinaniniwalaan natin. Okay? And we have also the next one, or the last one, the concept of relativism. Now, the concept of relativism argues that ethical principles are not absolute. They depend upon cultural or social, societal, or individual belief. No? So, ang sinasabi ng relativism theory in terms of ethics, there are no universal moral truths. Walang universal moral truth. No? Yung alam nating tama, pwedeng maging mali. Depende kung anong culture sa ang society, no, tayo nakatingin. Diba? I'll give you example. No? I'll give you example. Yung pagkain na lamang ng karne ng aso. Pagkain ng karne ng aso. Yung pagkain ng karne ng aso, guys, no, in our society, diba, it's not acceptable because they're considered as pet and so on. No? But if you're going to look at it, no, prior to decolonialization, bago tayo nasako, no, kumakain naman talaga tayo ng mga ganyan eh. Yun yung ating yun yung ating source of food, mga hayop, no? So included na dyan yung dogs and so on. Kinakain na yan, no? If you're going to look at most Asian countries, eat dogs. Kinakain nila yan. No? Wala namang issue. It's part of their culture, it's part of their society, and so on. So, there's nothing wrong with that. However, when Western culture, no, came into our country, no, doon na medyo, sila kasi, doon, nung na-influensyahan tayo ng Western culture, doon na nagbago yung perspective natin with regards to eating dogs. So, originally, no, eating dog is ethical, diba? Ethical siya in our society. However, because of the influence of the Western culture, we perceive it now as an unethical. So, ang kinakain na lang natin yung manok, no? Kinakain na lang natin is karne ng baboy, karne ng baboy, karne ng kalabaw, no? Things like that. Western influence yan. Ngayon, if we need to go further, no? There are communities that are considered vegan. Diba? Vegan. Ibig sabihin, hindi po sila kumakain ng mga meat products, no? Mga karne-karne, things like that. So, they perceive or they considered eating meat as unethical. However, the rest of the world believes that it is okay to eat meat, no? Diba? So, see, that in terms of what is morally or absolute right or absolute wrong, sabi ng relativism, walang ganyan. Because sometimes what we believe to be ethical are considered unethical, no, by other society or other culture. And what the other culture or society believes to be ethical, no, we consider it also as unethical. Okay? So those are the different perspective or different theories that we're using to explain what is ethics and why is ethics different from why do we have different views on what is right and what is wrong. no? Because we have many theories that tries to explain what is right and what is wrong, no? So what do you think is the most appropriate way or most appropriate theory that we could use to define what is right and what is wrong? Okay, so I'll end up my discussion on that. We'll continue uploading lectures on professional conduct and ethical standards. No, if you want to subscribe to our channel. No, you may also like and share our video para mas marami pang makapanood. That's it for today, guys. See you on the next upload. Bye bye.